Okay, so if you've ever followed my Instagram page at The Aaron Advantage, you've probably seen some of the crazy photos that I have seen personally in some of the homes that I've shown over the past 13 years. But I gotta say that following different pages on Facebook and seeing different stuff online, I've seen a ton of crazy photos that are out there that really blow my mind as to why people would post them. And not only that, first off, why would they take them and why would they post them online? These are some of the craziest photos that I've seen in real estate. So this first photo that I'm looking at is a sign that says "not haunted." I have two questions on this one. First, what's happening in that house to make you think that that's a good idea to put that on the sign? And second, why have you actually purchased this sign? Because it's probably gonna be something that you've used more than one time. Either way, I'm not looking at that house if I see that online. The next one that we've got coming up is the largest collection of the creepiest dolls I've ever seen in my life. I tell my clients to make sure that you depersonalize your home as much as possible before we ever take the photos. This agent obviously did not give them the memo because it is absolutely terrifying to see a living room full of these little porcelain dolls. Not only that, if you have that in a house that you're trying to market, maybe leave this photo off instead of putting it online, because I have a feeling that's going to keep people from coming in the door. This one is crazy. They touted the home as having a water view, but I'm pretty sure this is not what people had in mind. If you're gonna have an indoor pool, an inflatable one in a dining room is probably not the way to go. If I was the listing agent on this one, the first thing I would have had them do is drain that thing and get it out of the house instead of using this to market the property. And now we are on to bathrooms. It is amazing to me how many horrible bathrooms there are out there. This first one that you're gonna see is the craziest, narrowest, I guess you'll call it a hallway to a toilet that I've ever seen in my life. I have so many questions about this one. First, how do you actually get back to the toilet if you have to, take care of number two? Second, once you're in there, who actually fits on the toilet that literally has walls that touch the sides? And third, once you're done handling your business, how are you supposed to reach the toilet paper over your shoulder? It offers so many questions and no answers. I am getting claustrophobic just looking at that one. Oh, here we are, the most dangerous tub of all time. I can't think of a single contractor who would have thought that this was a good idea, but not only is it a tub, it's a jetted tub right at the top of the stairs. Who has ever thought, you know what's super relaxing for me? Sitting here soaking in a jetted tub with the possibility of falling to my death. That just screams terrible idea to me. Beautiful cabinets, lovely wet bar, mini fridge, microwave, all of those are great things. Trade ceiling fan. You wouldn't think there's anything wrong with this photo until you see the fact that, yeah, there's a bathtub in there as well. Not really sure if this is a kitchenette with a tub or a bathroom with a kitchenette, but either way, it raises lots of questions. Follow that up closely by a dining room with a toilet and sink in there. I guess the good news is if you're finished with a meal, you don't have too far to go to get to the bathroom. Not really sure that that'd be something that I would market in anything, but yeah, one of the craziest photos that I've ever seen. The craziest thing that I really see there is the fact that they have a hutch right in front of the toilet, so they're really trying to fancy it up in there, which is just insane. Ah, yes. Proof that open concepts are not always a great idea. The master suite that has everything wide open. Yeah, that's right. I said everything. If you look in the background, the toilet just has a curtain around it. The tub is decorated as ornately as I've ever seen. But also, if you really consider the problems, like it's also a bathroom that has carpet in it, which is not anything that I ever want to see. Couple that with the massive mirror hung above the bed, and I gotta say, this is not a master suite that I find too attractive. And then we get to the themed rooms. I was talking with my camera guy on this one, and we're trying to figure out, is that toilet paper or is that cloth? If you look up in the corner above the toilet, it's kind of camouflaged with all the floral pattern, but it looks like the rolls of some kind of fuzzy cloth that gets mounted in there, and we're not really 100% sure what's going on. But also on top of the tank, you'll see that it's got the little water spout that you can actually wash your hands in the clean water before it enters the tank before you flush the toilet. So that's a very interesting kind of thing going on. And then because we're looking at themed rooms, up next you got the Marilyn Monroe Andy Warhol collision in this horrible foyer. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. It's the exact opposite of what I would tell somebody when I say neutralize your house. This is about as personal and colorful as I've ever seen. Definitely not the best idea. Oh buddy. So this one is pretty terrifying actually. If you look at it, it looks like it's some kind of crazy pattern that's been painted on the wall. And I'm not an expert of any kind, but I'm thinking they might have a mold problem. That looks like it's a potential organic growth and is not something that I'd be using to market any property at any point in time. You might as well just say, hey, don't look at this house. It needs to be burned to the ground. Our final entry in this one. I've seen murals before. I've seen some crazy color schemes, but never have I seen red couches, yellow walls, and a mural of Satan and Jesus arm wrestling. What else can be said about that? I don't even know why this would exist, and if it did, why do you think it'd be a good idea to leave it if you're trying to sell your house? Thanks for checking out the Aaron Advantage. These are just some of the craziest photos that I found online. If you know of any other horrible real estate photos, let me know in the comments down below. Also check out the description on this video because there's a couple links to the places where I found these images, and there's a whole lot more to choose from. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with everything I post.